I promise you guys that I'm going to share a video on how to do the router, which is a React router. So I have created my project, and then I've created some files. You can see these, they're all empty. And then we have this one, which is home. So everything is going to go through this home page. So meaning that we can go and delete this app.js, these other files which you don't need. You can delete them and remain with only files that you want to use, which is index.js. So let's go again. So the project will run here. So this way it will run. So this, you can see this blah blah, a lot of things, and then so no problem. So now what we need to have is to create a render, then render something to render our home page. Then now we return what? And now we have this brackets. Then let's say we return, let's say return hello world. We return hello world. Then we save. You can see now we returned hello world. So now I want everything to be here. So I'm going to create these functions here, then return them and attach them here. And then, but I'm going to create a menu here. Then we're going to have a menu, and then we'll have everything rendered inside here. Simple as that. Let me add another page. I'm going to add another page. I'll call it landing. Just landing.jsx. So which is landing, we have profile. So landing is the first page that's going to show here with menu. So now let's go and say we create our menu now. We're going to create our menu. So first of all, we need to install the React menu. So I'm going to copy the command and paste it there. Copy, paste. So you need npm install, or you can use I to install, which is React router DOM. So on enter, then it will install what we need to use, which is the router library. Let's give it some time. Done installing. So now let's go and create a function inside here. Now we're going to create a function inside there, so that we can have everything, our menu inside here. So let's import React. We import React from React, and then now let's import. Remember, the menu that we're going to use it's a browser menu, so meaning we need to import browser router as router. Why is it searching? As router. And then now we need to import a link, since we need some link to link in between our pages. And now we need to import root. And now we need to import switch, since we want to switch in between our pages. So switch function we need it, then we from React router DOM. So that's how you can import this entire thing in your file. So you can see it's grayed out because we haven't used any items there. So now let's go and say we create a menu. So it's a const menu, and then we create the function. Remember, this is the function that I said we must all use, which is an arrow function. Now we return something. Our function must return something. And then to test this, we can test it and say IM menu. You can test it like this, and then now you can go and then call it inside here. We remove this and say we want to call menu. Then we must import it there, import menu, from menu. So that's how you can import your menu inside this. So let's save. We import our menu like this. Let's see why it's not seeing this item. Capital letter M, then a capital letter M, from menu, is this menu? Oh, okay. I'm seeing a problem here. We didn't export our menu, so we need to export default menu. We need to export it so that we can use it outside here. So now you can see it's there. Then now we can say save. Now you see it says IM menu, so meaning that we forgot to export it here. You can still do it like this, the way I did it, say export, so that you don't have to write export here. So you can have it something like this. So now let's go and create our menu now. Let's go and create our menu inside here. So meaning we're gonna have gonna say root, gonna say router. Then now I'm gonna have a div, and then this div we can name it, and then we're gonna have nav. I'm gonna name my nav class name equals to, I'm gonna name it navigation. So you can still use Bootstrap in here. So I'm gonna say this. Now I have a list. I'm creating a list. So li. So inside here now we need a link. Then we navigate to. So the first one, let's say we navigate to, is a default one. It's a default gateway. So we have a default gateway. We can call it, can name it home. And then now we can go and create another one under here and say, no, we need to have it inside the list. So we say link, then to equals to, then we can, this one we can say, call it profile. And then inside here we can have, call it profile. You can call it profile. Then now we can go again and add the last one, which is about, link to, sorry for that, about, link to about, then we name this about. So this is all what you need to create your list, I mean your menu. So we have this. Now we can save this, and then now you can see we have that menu there. We can go, and then now we can go and style it nicely there, and then we can continue from there. That's how you can achieve that. And now let's go and continue, and then we want to switch in between this landing, profile, and about. So we do switch. We want to switch between them, switch. Then we have root. Then we need path. So we must know the path that we want to use. So now the path that we want to go to, let's go to profile. That's one, is the one that we need. and then inside here we're gonna call a function that we want to display inside here. And then now we can continue and say root, and then now we have path, and then now we can say inside this path we want to display about, and then now we continue, and now we have root. Inside this one is a default, one, can have it like this. And then now we're going to display what, this way we're going to call what, the landing page. So this is all what you need. So now let's go, and then we can save this, and then now you can see when we click there's nothing, it's empty, it's empty. So we're going to style this nicely and then have this component displayed there nicely. So now let's start with landing, and then let's import React. We import React, and then now let's create our function landing. Then we can have it like this, then we return we're gonna return something. We can return something for Tandy. I am landing page, and then don't forget to export default landing. Don't forget to export this page. Then now that's how you can do it, and then now we can go and test if indeed we managed to export our landing, we managed to create our landing page, and then now we can export it inside here nicely. So now we can say landing, you can see it pops up there. So now we imported landing, so we can go and say this is landing page because it's the first page. We say landing. Now we have landing like that. Now we save. It's our landing. Let's see if we have any errors there. Let's see. Start with a name, and see, this is the problem that we always face. So we need to start everything with an uppercase. So meaning this must be L, and then we must go there and change this one and say, okay, we need it to be an L. So these are the things that we will continue facing if we don't check them. Say to continue give us these errors which are necessary. So yeah, so now it will display this is landing that we need, which is home. You can see landing is working. Then we have this. So refresh. This is the default. You see, I am landing is working. You can click this one. They are not there. We only have landing. So make sure that when you name them, you start with an uppercase so that you don't face those problems, those kind of things. So now let's go and create another class in there, but I won't be creating it. I'll just copy this one that we created, and then we're going to go and paste it there, and I'm going to paste it there. Then we're going to go and change this to about, and then we change this to about, so that I don't code this. We can call it profile, and then we can call it this profile, and then now we know we have this, we have I am landing, I am about, and then this can say I am profile. Now we all have these things. Now we can say save all, and then now we can go to our menu and say our menu. Now let's import those pages. Import profile from from profile, and then now let's go and import about from about. So we managed to import all our pages now, and then let's go and say call a profile page here, call it profile, and then now say, then here we call it about, and then now we do this, then now you save. So now we have everything. We have home, we have a profile, we have about. So now I'm going to create a style sheet so we can style this thing nicely. So I'm going to use this one. I'm going to cancel everything from here and then use this one. So I'm going to import it inside our pages. So let's first import it inside here. Import that style sheet. Import that style sheet. Style sheet, which is app.css. So now we did import it. So let's see what we have here. So we have a navigation. So let's go and style this navigation inside this style sheet. So we want to have a nice navigation on top and remove these things which are not, we don't want. So let's say this, we can test it and say background color is red. You can see it's working very nice how we want it. And then now let's go and say, let's just Google for colors here, say color picker. I want a color, I want a nice color here. I'm gonna use this one, say copy, and then we open this, and then say I want to use that color. Save. Now you can see we have that color there. Say it's very nice, but let me change it, make it darker. Save, and then now this. Now we have a darker color there. So now let's style our list. Our list navigation, and then we want to style that UI, and then let's say li, because I know you guys know style sheet, so I'm just doing this inline. So now we can display our things inline. Let's change, let's go and change the color. Say nav dot I, which is a link. So you want to change the color. Let's say give it white. We give it white, and then let's just add some spacing in between. Let's say padding. Padding, we can say 2%, and then we save. We see we have some nice padding there. So, but let's go and say add some padding in this thing, and say 5%, 0%, 5%, 0%, and then we save. Now we have nice there, but it's too big. We can go and say 3. We put 3 there, 3, but it's still too big. 2, we save. Yeah, this is the menu. This is the menu. You can see it's navigating nicely. And then now let's remove the underline, which we know, all of us, we know is text decoration. Then we place it to none, and then we save. Now our menu is there. Now let's close this. It's no longer important for us to see the errors. And then now we have this. And then now let's go. We want to style this. We don't want this just to be lame like this. Let's say we want it to be dev class name, and then we can call this class name, let's call it a container. We call it a container. So I'm going to copy this, and then we can have it all over our items. Then we close this, and then we go here, this, and then we close, just like that. And then now we can go and style this. We style this container. Go and style this container nicely there. So yeah, in a minute. Hello. Speaking. Can you call me in 30 minutes? I'm in the middle of a meeting. Please, please, please. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's continue. So we're going to style the container copy, and then now we go to our app style sheet. Then we say this, and paste. Then the background color. Let's see if indeed that thing is working. Background color. I save it to red. Red. And then which one are we styling? Okay, we need to import our style sheet. So I'm going to copy this, paste. We need to copy the style sheet and then have it over here, this, and then even here, this, save. Now you can see it's red. So now let's go and say we want this thing to show something nice. Let's pick up a color here, pick up this color, copy, then we can say go back, and then this, we save. Now we can see the colors. Let's say padding, let's add some padding, say 2%. Now the color is there. So that's how you can achieve this. So but let's have some padding 4%, and then save, just like this. And then now we can go and say this menu we are done, we no longer need it, this we don't need. And then now you can go inside here and say H1, which is which page is this? Oh, say welcome to my page. So welcome to my page, welcome to my page. So you see it's welcome to my page. You can go and grab any paragraph here that we want to display there. This, copy this, then we paste it there, then we save. Now you can see we have any paragraph that you want to do. So I'm going to copy this and then have it on over these pages, and then this, then here we can have welcome to my profile, save, welcome to about me, then save. Then now we refresh, you can see welcome to my profile, about me. This welcome to my profile doesn't look good. Let's cancel it and say profile, this you can see welcome to my page, profile. So this is how you can achieve this menu. This how you can achieve this menu. You can achieve this by doing these functions and exporting them and creating your style sheet. This, and then the menu is this one. So remember that I went this, we don't need this. I went inside here and then changed this to my home. It was app before, but I removed it to be home so that it can render this page that I want, which it contains menu, and then the menu item contains these items here. So I think I'm done. I'm done. So if there's any questions, just text me, we'll take it from there. Thank you so much.